Moving on from that story, Mukushi Town Council Secretary Emmanuel Lukupwa has cautioned local contractors who have been awarded contracts to undertake projects in the district against substandard work. Mr. Lupukwa said the local authority will not pay for any shoddy work. This was during the signing of 8 contracts at Mukushi Town Council witnessed by Mukushi North Member of Parliament Christopher Chibuye and Constituency Development Fund Vice Chairperson Amy Kingdom and other officials. And Mukushi District Commissioner Jonathan Kapungwe said the project will closely be monitored. Let's join our reporter with this story.
Mukushi Town Council has awarded 8 standard contracts to local companies to carry out projects. Some projects include construction of fire station, completion of classroom block, health post, and many more. During the signing of the contracts, Mukushi Town Council Secretary Emmanuel Lukupwa cautioned contractors that the local authority will not pay for shoddy works.
We will not pay for shoddy works. We will not pay. Even if you go up to roof level, for as long as you haven't done anything, we will not pay. We just come and stay with you to demolish and do the right thing.
Mukushi North Member of Parliament Christopher Chibuye and CDF Committee Vice Chairperson Amy Kingdom advised contractors.
If you do a wrong thing, it will be very easy for you to be intimidated by the presence of these government officials and indeed ourselves when we come. Because you know why you have been given that contract, you know your work, you know what you're supposed to supply, you know what you're supposed to do.
These are public funds, and we should all be very aware that those public funds need to achieve what we want to achieve.
And Mukushi District Commissioner Jonathan Kapungwe told contractors that their work will closely be monitored.
We are coming to inspect. Whether intimidated or not, we are coming. We find that you are not doing the right thing there and then we tell you, and we come and engage the authorities that be, that we are very.
And one of the contractors said,
Let's try to work together and something is going to be achieved from there. And what can stop us from working together if we can know each other?
Funds for project are from Equalization Fund and 2021 Constituency Development Fund. The public will remain waiting to see the projects worked on to acceptable standard. Joseph Siambehi for Hope News in Mukushi.
Thank you, Joseph, for that report. We now go all the way to Msanzala, where Msanzala Member of Parliament, Elias Daka, has called on various stakeholders and individuals to join hands and fight against illegal hunting of wild animals. Mr. Daka said wildlife is the foundation of Zambia's tourism industry and foreign exchange earners which need to be protected. Mr. Daka notes that the noble cause should not be left to government alone, but various stakeholders have a role to play in ending the vice. Let's learn more in this story.
A game reserve is a place where animals can safely live without being unduly disturbed by poachers or any other form of intruder. That is why a large portion of land is dedicated to the animals, where building or construction is not even permitted. Some game reserves serve as very great tourist destinations in most African countries, including Zambia, who receive visitors mainly because of the popularity of their national game reserves. During his tour of duty in Chikowa Ward of Lusangas district, in Eastern Province, Msanzala area Member of Parliament Elias Daka has called on various stakeholders, including local people, to join hands and fight against poaching in game reserve areas. Mr. Daka observed that on a daily basis, illegal hunting is being practiced for game meat and other unknown reasons, a situation he said is posing instability to nature. The Msanzala lawmaker warned the local people of Chikowa and the other surrounding villages to desist from such practices or face the wrath of law.
Tukalomba nyama ngeza paka ngako kuno kwatu. So nikupempe nikuti na seo tunkhala kuno kufupi na nyama. Tieni tilekeje kupaya nyama msanga. Chifukwa seo kuno tikaona kainsha tuonamo maofos simwamene. Tuonamo mampombwa simwamene. Koma izi nyama kuti zipake ndiye kuti na wana watu akuza akazioneko. Muziwa kuti kuli machalo yenangu, kuli countries yenangu yakuti oloinsha oiziwa lini. Muziwa mwe. olo njovu saiziba. So that's why boma inaikako ndondomeko yakuti lekani bantu na nyama baskale pamozi. That's why mwapezeka kuti kuyakene bantu sewa, kuyakene bantu onkhala pamo na nyama. So nikupempeni kuti monga kuno kwatu chifukwa nyama maka nzovu zili mufupi ngako. So tientie tione mwamene tingankhalire nazo bwino koma tisachite chipongwe kuli bazawa kapena ba game guard. Cho nikupempeni makolo kuti pamene tinkhala tienti following malamulo yamene boma yaika.
And authorities from the Department of National Parks and Wildlife had this to say over the matter.
You know, like in Sandwich GMA, the communities have built schools from the money generated from wildlife. They have built, you know, hospitals. They have constructed teachers' houses. No, I would urge them to refrain from doing that, because if an individual kills an animal, it will only benefit himself and the family, okay? But where that animal generates some funds, you know, that the money therefrom is, you know, the benefits trickles down to the whole community. So it's best that we save the animals, we keep the animals, so that even our future generations can come and see them. For those that break the law, unfortunately, we know that's where now the law enforcement part comes in.
In Heritage Development, Mr. Daka expressed concern at the low turnout of applicants for the Skills Development and Secondary Boarding School bursaries under the Constituency Development Fund, CDF.
Koma dandaulo yanga ni yakuti vana siwapezeka maka kuno kuchikoba ward kunena kwa lero rekodi yamene nili nayo kulichabe mwana umozi na even Ted Nyendwa ndiye anachitako apply zindalama kutaende apunzireko ku skill development. Koma wakuti wabwerere ku maskulu kulibe olo umozi azimai nazibambo. Tieni tipunzise bana, tieni tisambirishe bana, walekeni bana wabwerere ku maskulu. Kufukwa kuno kumsanzala kapena ku chikoba ward tabiri kila ngako ni nkhani yokwatirisha bana kala atonto.
Oma kuno kwasi kuchikoba kudandala pankhani ya mapisweki mwa boma pipeleka free education yechiti bana ko phunzira tya kumaminda kuchita mapisweki tudamba kuno kwasi kuchikoba bana kumula lini bana zinga kuchelera tya kumagani deiye kuphunzira lini.
Meanwhile, one of the village admin interviewed called on government to consider opening the farm market in Chikoba ward to shorten distances of moving farm produce during the marketing seasons.
Na seso honorable tirufuna chifukwa anzathu achita benefiti kwa maise kuno kwathu siti uziwa tingo kumva chabe. So ni malinga nkuti kukhala mavuto moika mbewu zathu zoti tikalima tagenza kuti pambuyo pa msika mwe wa FRA pakenso na shedi
Sambo Day.
On that note, we end our news bulletin for today. But before we go, let's take another look at our headlines. President Hichilema declares assets and liabilities. Increased littering in Lusaka City worries Kamalata. MP calls to end poaching in Sandwe Game Reserve. Solochi calls on military chaplains to emulate Christ. I was your news anchor, Delane Kaputula Mayuka. My sign language interpreter was Sharon Akufuna. Please stay blessed and keep on watching Hope Channel Zambia.